14th of April 2020, mid-US market update. Good afternoon from Europe. Good morning, good evening, whatever you are, guys. Piotr here. This is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and we are going to discuss the particular stocks when it comes to the US indices, right? And of course, at the very top, we are going to have a look on the JP Morgan, where the 69% year-to-year earnings decline, right? So there was the pre-market rally. Yes, that was the fantastic thing. Don't forget, guys, that you can monitor my trades. Link is in the description, and I've been trading post US cash open. I've been trading JP Morgan to the downside, and I'm going to trade the JP Morgan to the downside once we are going to see some kind of the move to the upside based on this gap close bounce possible. So overall, Q1 EPS of 78 cents versus consensus estimate of 1.84, driven by 6.8 billion addition to loan loss reserves, so total credit cost of 8.3 billion for the quarter. Well, and that's the first earning of the day. So let's have a look what we have when it comes to the JP Morgan chart, and then we will switch to another company. Alright, ladies, gents, let's have a look what we have when it comes to the weekly chart. And there you go. If you remember what we are discussing for quite some time when it comes to the indices. So JP Morgan lately was a little bit above indices, meaning was stronger, right? Ahead of the earnings, and we just almost hit that gap, almost hit that supply we seen here on a weekly chart. Now what is important, because I'm totally bearish, but guys, being bearish not always, meaning that you have to chase the price, unless you can by yourself move the market, right? So I've been short, right? But as I mentioned, I took the profit, and again, link is in the description. You are going to be able to check, right, what is going on. We hit possible demand based on this week and previous week price action. We hit possible demand based on the high we've seen 2 weeks ago, all right? So I'm not gonna be surprised we are going to see some kind of the bounce. Well, there is a little bit more possible over-under going on, right? But based on what we were discussing also on indices, 1-to-1 here is very possible. Let's switch lower. Let's switch to the daily chart, right? That's the daily chart. Let's zoom it a bit. All right. So what I like here this consolidation. Oops, I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I like this consolidation over here, right? So what happened today? It was attempt to retest that, right? We've seen test of that consolidation the previous week, right? There was attempt to retest that one with rejection. Very poor earnings, right? Now, of course, also visible here, the reason I've closed my shorts. We are testing Riley, right? So the base, the gap. Now, I'm going to be very patient. I'm going to be very careful. I wanna see where we are going to get the close later today. If market will manage to close below Friday open, below 98, right? I'm going to look for a selling opportunity. Starts tomorrow, of course, after the US cash market open. And what I'm going to target tomorrow, because today I've been targeting the gap, then I'm going to target another one. I'm going to target like something around 10-12% lower down, even maybe towards 80, 85 when it comes to the JP Morgan, right? So the JP Morgan, the earnings horrible. We will see what is going to happen with the next Goldman Sachs. Maybe that's what we should looking for as the biggest bank. Then probably Bank of America and eventually Morgan Stanley. Now let's have a look and check another big company where I'm going to look for what? Yes, selling opportunity. There you go. Another one. BOENING. We have another order cancellations by looks like it was like 150 if I'm not mistaken. 150 planes. Nice, right? Of course, we do remember 2 weeks ago they said they don't need any kind of the government support. No, not at all. We are going to survive. Yes. So what I'm looking for here, I'm looking for some kind of the price action. The way I want to see that unfold is 1, 2, third lower shadow, 1, 2. I want to see Riley. I want to see upper shadow. Like this. And huge move to the downside. Huge move to the downside. So I'm going to be patient here, right? I'm going to be very patient to try to trade, maybe even not trade, to try to be short. Not from the trading perspective, right? Medium-term perspective, short BOENING, but I want to see my scenario is playing out here, right? So, well, with all those stimulus going on, something somewhere might be positive for BOENING. Looking for a rally, a little bit higher than where we are right here, right now. Somewhere, maybe some comments from the Warren Buffett that he's going to add right into the BOENING stake, renew, buy, whatever. Anyway, I'm looking for some rally. The thing, what has to happen to change my mind, right? What has to happen to change my mind if I'm going to start to look for to be a little bit in a rush here? The break and then retest. So then I'm going to look for a lower levels to sell. All right. Hopefully that's pretty clear when it comes to BOENING. So JP Morgan, BOENING, that's two big names I'm looking to sell from the medium term perspective. Also, if you remember, I've mentioned that one of the Fed member, it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kashkari, last week said that we should forget about the V-shaped recovery. Today, Mr. Bullard is saying that if everything is going to be fine, which probably is not gonna happen, we could see V-shaped recovery. Why not? Well, he also said that the Fed is ready to act if necessary. Well, that might be the case, that maybe I'm a little bit too bearish. Maybe my imagination, how much Fed could print, right, cannot take it. I think I got quite good imagination, but anyway, that could be the case, that I might be wrong, right? If they are going to invest in a few more printers, then, well, some kind of the evacuation might be needed from my perspective. Anyway, as long as we are below the gaps when it comes to the indices, I'm still negative, and well, what I don't like that much is the latest IMF, International Monetary Fund, comments. They are so negative. That might provide some kind of the acceleration, some short stop count to the upside a little bit more, because you know it always works opposite side. So maybe I'm a little bit too bearish, but if you are work properly with the exposure, that could work out in the future. Anyway, looking to sell JP Morgan, looking to sell BOENING. I'm going to make another update if necessary. Guys, it was my pleasure to be with you in this mid-US market update. Be careful, don't be trapped, and see you around. Take care and goodbye.